So recently I was rewatching this movie Into the Wild, and I thought it would be very interesting to talk about it. Like, if we compare the elements from the movie and how an avoidant person experiences human relationships. So there is this famous book on attachment styles. Its name is Attached. The authors call the avoidant as the lonesome traveler, someone who idolizes self-sufficiency, independence, and sees any sort of dependency as weakness. So if I'm dependent on anyone emotionally or in any other way, then I'm a weak person. That's how avoidant people think about things. They have this inclination to be on their own, and they rationalize that tendency by saying that depending on anyone is weak. And that's exactly what we see in the movie. Chris, after he has completed his studies, he wants to travel to the Alaskan wilderness. And he has this sacred idea that I have to do it on my own. There are multiple instances where he would click with someone and people would offer him a genuine human connection, but he would just run away from all of those authentic and beautiful humanly connections with this notion that I have to make it on my own. I have to do it on my own. I don't need anyone. And this is exactly the avoidant pattern, that you would connect with someone, but as soon as it starts feeling real, you would utilize the deactivating strategies. You would deactivate your attachment system to protect yourself, to protect your independence. Obviously, that has a lot to do with your childhood experiences, but consciously it can look like something that I'm not ready to commit with anyone. I cannot lose my independence. Or you might focus on the tiny flaws of your partner. But the tragic part of this whole thing, of this whole game that you're playing with yourself and others, is that the strategies that you're utilizing to buy your freedom, they can price you out of the exact thing that you are looking for. You were looking for a human connection, and now you are running away from it. And the example presented in the movie is even more tragic and more illuminating. So Chris crosses a frozen river, but after a few months he realizes that the river has fallen and he cannot go back. And now his solitude is not chosen by him. He's just stuck with himself. He's still having interesting experiences, he's writing about them. But at the end of the day, he realizes that he cannot share those experiences with anyone. And that's how the movie ends. He writes in his notebook while he's dying, "Happiness is only real when shared." And that is very insightful. That gives us a very deep insight about someone with an avoidant pattern or with broken attachment system. And that is that most avoidants, it's not that they are not able to connect with anyone, they are not able to fall in love. It's more like they become aware of the value of any human connection, the value of love after it is too late, after they have lost that person. They have no idea while they are with the other person because they are utilizing the deactivating strategies, they are repressing their attachment system. But after they have lost the other person, it becomes part of their awareness. They realize the value of the connection that they had.